Hi there. Welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel, where I get to talk to you about how much I love books and book collecting and book shopping and all the book things. I am hoping that we're going to take a look at some rare books. I like to collect books that I read as a kid. I like to have a special copy. I like to look for copies that are maybe vintage or have a cool cover or hardback and a dust jacket or cool illustrations, but I am frugal, so I am always going to use bookstores and charity shops and things. Today I'm going to a book sale. I'm pretty excited. I haven't been to this one in a long time, so it'll be fun to see what's changed. The people watching is very good. The pricing is very good. Hardbacks are $3, which is not going to break the bank. I have found really cool things there before, and today I have a friend who's coming with me. She's never been to a book sale before, so it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. I do have a long list of course, all the things that I collect, and then fiction and popular, just regular books that I'm interested in reading. A $3 book is fine with me, and I have a lot of lists for other people. I'm present shopping, holiday shopping, but also have requests from many friends and people like that for people that also would like to find an inexpensive copy of a book. So I am very excited to get started and see what we can find. Let's go see. Okay, it was a great day at the book sale. It was so much fun. It was so much more fun than I thought it was going to be to have someone with me who had never been before. She had a great time, and it was so much fun because sometimes when you're in a place like this where the prices are just fantastic, sometimes I see a book that I've read and enjoyed, and I think, what a shame I can't think of anyone who needs this book. But she had not read some of the books that I think are great. And I would say, have you read this? And she would say no. And I would say, oh, you have to buy it. She won at the book sale. She bought so many books. I also found some really great things. I found some things that have been on my wish list for a long time. I am fine with reading some popular books on my Kindle from the library. But if I find them faster, where it's $2 or $3 for a book, I'm fine with that too. This has been on my list for so long. The reviews of this were so good. Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. She has another book that I believe came out after this that's also on my list, and they're so popular I can't find a copy. So I'm very excited to find this. It was $3. Cannot wait to read it. This is one, Michael Hayden, The Assault on Intelligence. This was on multiple lists from major newspapers last year. I think multiple. It was on. I actually had it on my wish list more than once. So I'm excited to read it, and it was $3. I got this. What has been on my list for a long time. I am a runner. I'm a reader. I enjoy books about running. Who doesn't? This also got really good reviews, and it's been on my list for a fair bit. It was $2. Okay, books for other people. I found a couple collectibles. This is really neat for a couple reasons. This is The Godfather by Puzo. it is, I believe, a book club only because I looked it up and the original book had different cover. This does not have a dust jacket. I will show you the copyright page. I think this is kind of interesting. Basically nothing. So this could be a first edition, it could be not. And when I looked up other similar copies online to see things for sale or things that have sold, I suspect that this is the book club edition, but one of the volunteers handed this to me because he knows me, because one time a man cut in line. He had a very creative method for trying to get in front of other people, and this volunteer tried to tell him to get back in line, and the man had reasons, and I also, out of character, spoke fairly sharply to him, and he got back in line. So ever since, this volunteer remembers me, and he brings me collectible books. He points them out to me. So I did buy this, and I have considered reading it, but I think it is book club. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it. This, because I always buy the Winnie the Poohs, because I like to reunite all 4 of them and then find them a new home. And this was $1. Okay, this is crazy. The Informer in Law Enforcement. I believe this is a book about informants. It has an inscription, which is to a specific person, but is signed apparently by the author, one Malachi Harney. The copyright page says revised second printing 1962. It looks so strange. I can't wait. It was $3. This one has been on the list for a while. T.S. Elliott's The Possum's Book of Practical Cats. I have a friend, her son enjoys cats, and he is a reader, but his school requires, I think they have to read a certain number of minutes a day. I'm embarrassed, I don't know. I'm going to hazard a guess that it is 10 minutes a day. I could be wrong. I bought another book for him specifically because it was cat related, and I'm always trying to come up with a creative, helpful solution to this cat book problem. And somebody, a helpful YouTuber, commented that I should consider this book, and it is such a good idea. And I've looked many times. It's been on my hit list, my book wish list for a while of this would be great for my friend and her son. And this edition is really great because the illustrations are by Edward Gorey, and they're really fun. Edward Gorey is strange and creepy. I feel like some people would describe me that way, and they're just wonderful. This is a paperback copy. It was $1 whole. And for comparison, I actually have this book, and I love it. This is the hardcover because I love Edward Gorey. I bought this at a book sale. Apparently, I paid $3 for this copy. And I can show you, this is an interesting copyright page. Sometimes they have numbers, and you saw some of them say nothing. This one here has letters, and I hypothesize that if it was a first edition, it would have an A. It is not. It is later, but I love it, and I do love Edward Gorey in general. I think I said this, I love to collect books that I loved as a kid, and one of the authors that I really just have such vivid memories of reading under the covers and not wanting to stop was John Belair's The House with a Clock in Its Walls, The Trolley to Yesterday, and one of the big illustrators was Edward Gorey. And this was a hangers-on because I think 70s, maybe, the heyday. These were books that still had prominent illustrators who put great artwork into books. And I think as a kid, I really loved that melding a great compelling story that you can get lost in and you don't want to stop reading, and these really amazing pictures that really convey the mood, which in John Blair's is a little bit creepy. So I remember all of that so distinctly, and I just have such good memories of being in the thrall of a book. So I love Edward Gorey, and I'm really excited to hear what my friend's son thinks of the Edward Gorey illustrated cat book, which I wonder who else is reading this besides this kid who loves books about cats. Perfect. And this I'm also excited about. Lauren Willig is a great author. This is for fun reading. She herself is a fascinating, I just love this story. She went to Harvard, possibly. She got a law degree and a also advanced degree in, I want to say, history. So these are historical kind of romance, I would say, historical romance-ish, historical fiction. And they are very well researched, so the history is really good. They are sort of Napoleonic era spy novels, and they do the split thing where one chapter is in current day, one chapter is in historic times. She has a whole series. I love them. I think they are great fun. They might make you smarter along the way, I guess. There's some history involved. And I also really love, just in life, putting somebody in touch with a book they're going to enjoy. I love figuring it out and putting the pieces together, finding the right book for the right person. So I have this friend, I convinced her she should read the first one in the Lauren Willig series, which is The Secret History of the Pink Carnation. And my friend said, sure, okay. And then she finally got around to it and she admitted that I was right. She said, yes, she did like it. And so I got her the second one at a book sale. And this is the third one. So it was a whole whopping $3. And I know my friend is going to enjoy it. And it is thrilling to me that I was right, that I got her a book that she enjoyed and she wants to read the rest of the series. So I thoroughly enjoyed buying all of these books. I didn't spend very much money. I had a great time. There was good people watching. And I introduced somebody to the wonder of a used book sale. So I had a great time. I can't wait to read these books, which means I have to get started on the books that are in between now and then. I have some books on my to be read shelf that I'm working on. And then these guys will go on standby to be on the next to be read shelf. And I feel just, it's such a luxury to have just an abundance of books. I have plenty of books to read that I'm excited about. How great. I also got some books today for presents that I won't show you because they're a surprise, but based on, audience response. When I wrap everything for Christmas this year, for the holidays, I will make a video showing what I'm getting for whom, because I keep saying I went to these sales and I bought presents. So you'll get to see all the presents this time. And thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who sent me positive comments or encouraged me to do this, because it gives me more reasons to go to book sales. And especially the wonderful soul who suggested that I get the T.S. Elliott for my friend's son who loves cats. What a perfect idea. If anyone has other ideas of books that my friend's son, who is approximately 9, what he could enjoy that would be about cats and a good book, I'm open to suggestions. Thanks so much. Happy reading.